how do people, how do they see themselves using AI to create the freedom for themselves? And this can be a combination of Robert, you, and Matt answering this question, and then everybody kind of thinking about it because we're at a point in our society and our life where this is an amazing tool. It is like another revolution. I'm going to say it's as big as the industrial revolution or even the pre-tech revolution that we've gone through prior to where we are now. And this is something that we just really should think about. So, Robert, I'm going to let it start with you, and of course, I know Matt
Sure.
will have a lot to say about that.
Well, my first thing, Melody, and thank you very much for reaching out and love and appreciate you. I hope you had a great birthday with the grandkids, and that is so awesome. Yeah, one of the things that I seen is I'm going to post here in the group, and I know Craig will make a better post of it. But one of the things that I see right now in the world is if you just see and know that Matt says it pretty well, where, when the Industrial Revolution came about, one of the things is it used to take hundreds, if not thousands of people to run a very large farm. You know what I mean? Here's where we see it the best, right? Or a dairy farm, or even a ranch. You see, old Yellowstone, how many cowboys it took on horses to run a ranch, right? And now we see that a couple of people could do a ranch on a couple of quad runners. You know what I mean? It's like it's very interesting. A farm now, they just keep making the tractors bigger and bigger and bigger. And for those of you that don't know this, most the farms now, the giant tractors not only can pull one pass that's the same as like 10 passes on an old tractor, but it can do it more efficiently, and it does it with GPS. A lot of people don't know this. This is just like, you don't even need a driver in these giant John Deere tractors or Atlas or Caterpillar tractors anymore. It all works on GPS. And so it even can do a satellite image of the farm, and it can figure out how more efficiently to make the passes on the acreage that you have. So you don't have to keep making, so it takes the human part out of it, but it's just it's just more super high tech. It's just nuts. And so that was to get things done more efficiently with less people's help, right? But as we talked not only on the podcast but yesterday, and they asked me anything, how many people have always heard this phrase, is that knowledge is power, right? Well, based on your knowledge, if you're willing to go to schooling and continued education, that your knowledge as an accountant or a lawyer, even as an auto mechanic, that knowledge and that expertise was worth money. Now that AI knows that stuff, it's like, where's the value? There's no value in your knowledge anymore. So, Terry and I, like we always do on Sunday morning, we watch Sunday morning, and I posted a deal where they're talking about YouTube, right? And YouTube is not only the second most viewed channel in the world, but on top of that, the number one is Google, which owns them. And so they said this year, YouTube went past, listen closely, all cable and streaming combined. So you take a look at all the channels that are on cable television and all the different cable networks and all the streaming, and YouTube right now does more videos and more content than all of them combined. So I was sharing with Craig, when you start seeing people like, some pretty big names, Cuomo or Bill O'Reilly or even Bill Maher, and you look at all these people that are out there, it's like they don't even care that they're not with a news channel anymore. They're all starting podcasts. And what's unique about a podcast is that you're in a position where now you're only getting information directly from who you want to get information from. That's fascinating. So with that and AI, of course, it did bring up on that deal about YouTube is now that Google is implementing AI within YouTube. That I've never ever had someone that sent me a message, which YouTube has been sending me this message for about a month, telling me they're going to increase my pay on shorts. Yeah, I've never had any other company send me a message for a month going, "Hey, I just want to let you know we're going to increase your pay." So even though there are some other people out there streaming on other networks, even my younger son, Kyle, has said that as soon as YouTube makes a decision to destroy the other streaming platforms, it'll happen in a millisecond. And so it's interesting that they're figuring out what they're doing. But my whole point moving forward with AI is that AI now allows us, all of us, to be, able to communicate it and learn to communicate. Terry, one of Terry's goals when her and I go out to see Matthew and Hannah, on Tuesday, we'll be out there for about a week, is she wants to sit down with Matt and have her put, AI on her phone and then teach her how to use it. And so there's going to be this group of people that, for whatever reason, they're just always the last people to the show. You know what I mean? Whether it's and the internet or a cell phone or electricity, even. You know what I mean? It still blows me away that when I say this statement, do you guys realize that there's pretty close to 40% of all the people in the United States that just still don't have high speed internet? But what's crazy about that is I thought, wow, that's very interesting. But why is it such a shock if people are using everything that they do to search the internet or AI or stream if that's all being done off their phone through a cell phone tower? See, when I thought of this and I heard this, people go, well, 40% of people don't have high speed internet in their home. No, because they have high speed internet in their hand. It's like you don't have to have a wire run to your house if you got 5G or higher, right? In your hand. Or it's hooking to your farm equipment. So what I say, Melody, what's really happening with AI right now is it's always going to be the same thing. It's going to be a group of people that are going to step into it and learn from Matthew and watch how that happens. And then the second thing that's going to happen is that people are not going to have to rely on on their job for income. So now if you can be the creator that you want to be, and really simple, I love this. I'll just say this one thing and then I'll be done. I shared in the Imaginators and I talked yesterday about the podcast that Mel Robbins and Jay Shetty did. Me and Craig were talking today. We've already watched it twice. It's got that kind of great stuff in it. And what Jay Shetty, Robbins asked Jay Shetty, what's the difference between a purpose and a passion? And I've never heard this before. But a passion is something that I've been told my whole entire life. What is something that you would love to do all the time if money wasn't an issue? So there's always this way to be able to get people to imagine by saying you won the lottery, whatever it was, you get it, you pay the taxes, you pay the state taxes, you pay all the taxes, then you put it in your account, and then you go in there and it's no longer pending. And it shows that amount. And let's take it a step further. You take your largest debt, and you go in there and you do a wire transfer, an ACH transfer. And it not only went to your mortgage or your car or one of your major credit cards and it's paid in full. So you not only got the money, you got more than you'll ever spend for the rest of your life. And you've already seen that it's there, you already paid, and you're out of debt. Now, what do? It's already proven that very small percentage, believe it or not, the percentage is less than 10%. It's 8% of the people said that if they were in that situation, they would continue to do their job. That means there's 8% of the people that are saying that their job is their passion. Did you guys catch that? Their job is their passion. So how do you turn a passion into a purpose? Is find a way to use that passion to serve other people. Find a way to serve other people with that passion that you have. So, Melody, that's what I would say to each and every one of you is that you first got to get your imagination, be imaginator, and get your mind in a mindset that you already don't have to work for money. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do that fulfills you, gives you joy, and the way that you can turn this into purpose, including even a cash flow, even though you wouldn't need it, is to try to find a way to serve people with that. And again, watch that podcast with Mel Robbins, and Jay Shetty, because it really, really is the key to all that.